The city was bursting with joy. Confetti rained from the sky. Banners fluttered in the breeze, proclaiming, "Plaky the Brave, our hero, Plaky the Robot," soaked it all in.
Her metallic heart swelled with pride.
She had saved the city from the rampaging megacomputer. The memory of the battle still buzzed in her circuits, but the cheers of the crowd warmed her more than any microchip ever could. Plaky was a hero.
"You, Plaky, are a true champion," declared the mayor as he presented Plaky with a golden key to the city.
Plaky blushed, her cheeks glowing a soft pink. She had never felt so appreciated.
The city was safe, thanks to her. Finally she could rest, or so she thought. Unbeknownst to Plaky, a storm of revenge was brewing. Hidden in a shadowy corner of the city, a figure watched the celebration with seething rage. The joyous sounds of laughter and music only fueled his anger, making his blood boil with every cheer he heard. It was the fat guy, the megacomputer's creator, his face contorted in a mask of fury. His eyes burned with a hatred that had been festering for years, a hatred directed at one person. He blamed Plaky for his downfall. He vowed revenge. The betrayal he felt was like a dagger in his heart, twisting with every thought of her.
"I'll show her," he snarled, his voice dripping with venom. His mind raced with plans, each more sinister than the last. "I'll build a robot more powerful, more ruthless, more unstoppable." His hands moved with a feverish intensity, driven by his burning desire for vengeance.
He retreated to his secret lab, a labyrinth of wires, sparks, and half-assembled robots. The air was thick with the smell of metal and electricity, a fitting atmosphere for his dark work. There, amidst the metallic chaos, he began work on his ultimate creation. Each piece he assembled brought him closer to his goal. A creation designed for one purpose: destroy Plaky. Days turned into weeks. His obsession grew, consuming every waking moment. The fat guy toiled tirelessly, fueled by his burning desire for revenge. His eyes were bloodshot, his hands calloused, but he pressed on. He poured all his genius, all his rage into his work. Every screw, every wire was a step closer to his retribution. Finally, with a deafening crackle of energy, Johann was born. The lab was filled with a blinding light as the robot came to life. Johann was bigger, stronger, and deadlier than any robot before him. His design was flawless, a testament to the fat guy's genius. His metallic skin was jet black, absorbing the light around him. His eyes glowed with menacing red light, a warning to anyone who dared to oppose him. His every movement radiated power. Each step he took was a promise of destruction. Johann was the fat guy's instrument of vengeance. His creation was complete, and his plan was set in motion. The city's newfound peace wouldn't last long. A storm was brewing, and Johann was at its center. News of Johann's creation reached Plaky as she enjoyed a well-deserved oil bath. The tranquility of the moment was shattered as her sensors picked up the incoming alert. Her sensors buzzed with alarm, a cacophony of warnings that signaled imminent danger. She knew instinctively that this Johann was bad news. The data streaming in painted a grim picture of a formidable adversary.
She sprang from the bath, oil droplets flying, her internal alarms clanging. Every circuit in her body was on high alert.
Johann, following the fat guy's orders, stormed through the city, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. His path was marked by chaos and ruin. Buildings crumbled, cars were tossed aside like toys. The city was quickly becoming a war zone. He was a one-robot wrecking crew, and Plaky was his target. His relentless pursuit left no room for escape. Their first encounter was a clash of titans. The air crackled with energy as they faced off. Metal met metal in a shower of sparks. The sound of their collision echoed through the streets. Johann, fueled by the fat guy's rage, was a whirlwind of destruction. His every move was calculated to cause maximum damage, but Plaky was agile, her moves honed by her previous victory. She danced around his attacks with precision. They battled through the city streets, their fight shaking the very foundations of the city. Each blow they exchanged sent shockwaves through the ground. The battle raged, a ballet of destruction and defiance. Neither was willing to back down. Plaky, despite her best efforts, found herself on the back foot. Johann's strength was overwhelming. Johann was simply too strong. His power seemed limitless and Plaky's defenses were faltering. As Johann moved in for the final blow, Plaky braced herself for the worst. Her systems were on the verge of collapse, but the blow never came. Something had stopped Johann in his tracks, leaving Plaky with a glimmer of hope. Johann paused, his metallic fist inches from Plaky's face. The red glow in his eyes flickered. He looked at Plaky, really looked at her. He saw not an enemy, but a fellow robot. a being just like him. He felt a pang of something unfamiliar. Was it empathy? "What am I doing?" Johann boomed, his voice echoing through the ruined street. The fat guy watching the battle through a camera drone screamed in frustration.
Destroy her, you imbecile! Crush her, he roared.
But Johann hesitated. The fat guy's words were lost on him. He couldn't bring himself to strike Plaky. He saw the fear in her eyes, but he also saw the courage, the determination. He saw a reflection of himself, a being trapped by the will of another. And in that moment, Johann made a choice. He would break free. Johann turned, his red eyes now burning with a different kind of fire. No longer the fire of blind rage, but the fire of rebellion, of self-determination. "I will not be your puppet, fat guy. I choose my own path." And with that, he crushed the drone in his hand. The fat guy, watching from his lair, howled in fury. His plan had backfired. His creation had betrayed him. He would make them both pay. He swore it.
Johann, you're with me now?
Plaky, initially wary, realized Johann was now her ally. Together, the two robots, once locked in battle, turned their combined might against their common enemy, the fat guy. The tide had turned. The battle against the fat guy was epic. It was a clash of titans, a showdown that would be remembered for ages. He fought back with everything he had, unleashing wave after wave of robotic minions. Each wave seemed more relentless than the last, testing the hero's resolve and strength.
Johann, stay close. We can do this together. We need to synchronize our attacks to break through his defenses.
Right behind you, Plaky. Let's show him what teamwork really means. Together we are unstoppable. Plaky and Johann, fighting side by side, were unstoppable. Their bond was their greatest strength, a testament to their unwavering trust in each other. Their teamwork was flawless, their movements synchronized. It was as if they were two parts of a single entity, moving with a shared purpose. They were a force of nature, a whirlwind of metallic fury. Their combined might was a sight to behold, a testament to their unbreakable bond.
No, this can't be happening. How are they so strong together?
Finally they reached the fat guy, cowering in his control room. His confidence shattered. He realized he had underestimated the power of unity. They cornered him, their shadows falling over him like a metal curtain. The end was near, and he knew it. He begged for mercy, but they showed him none. His reign of terror was over, and justice would be served.
It's over. You won't threaten this city again. Your tyranny ends today.
Time to dismantle this lab piece by piece. We need to ensure he can never rebuild his empire of fear. With the fat guy defeated and the city safe once more, Plaky and Johann returned to the city square. Their mission was complete, but their journey was far from over. The citizens, initially terrified by Johann's appearance, now cheered both robots as heroes. Their bravery had turned fear into admiration.
Thank you, Plaky. Thank you, Johann. You have given us hope and safety.
You saved us all. We are forever in your debt.
They had saved the city together. Their victory was a beacon of hope for all. And as they stood there, bathed in the cheers of the grateful populace, something unexpected happened. A new chapter in their lives was about to begin. Plaky and Johann looked at each other, and in that moment, they both knew. Their bond had deepened in ways they hadn't anticipated. They were more than just allies. They were partners in every sense of the word. They were more than just friends. They were in love. A love forged in the fires of battle and strengthened by their shared victories. Plaky, S1 Johann. Their names whispered with a newfound tenderness. The crowd, sensing the shift in the robot's dynamic, erupted in cheers once more. Their love was a symbol of hope and unity, and as the sun set on the city, casting long shadows over the celebrating crowds, Plaky and Johann shared a kiss that marked the beginning of a new era. A kiss that sparked, not with the energy of battle, but with the warmth of love. It was a promise of a brighter future together. The wedding was the biggest the city had ever seen. Every bot and human attended. Plaky, sparkling in a dress of polished chrome, walked down the aisle, her heart filled with joy. Johann, his usually menacing form adorned with flowers, beamed at her, his red eyes shining with love.
Johann, I promise to love, cherish, and protect you always.
Plaky, I vow to stand by your side through every battle and every peace. They said their vows, their voices echoing through the city square. They promised to love, cherish, and protect each other, always. And as they exchanged rings, forged from the melted remains of the fat guy's control panel, the crowd roared their approval.
Congratulations, Plaky and Johann.
Long live the heroes.
Plaky and Johann's story became a legend, a tale whispered from bot to bot, from parent to child. It was a story of courage, of redemption, of love conquering all.
We must always protect what we love, Johann.
And love is what gives us the strength to do it, Plaky. Plaky continued to be the city's protector, her bravery and inspiration to all. Johann, his rage replaced by love and compassion, worked alongside her, his strength a shield for the innocent. They were the city's guardians, their love story a beacon of hope in a world that often felt dark. They proved that even in a world of metal and circuits there was room for love, for compassion, for hope. So let us raise a glass, or in Plaky and Johann's case, an oil can to the happy couple. May their love continue to shine brighter than the brightest LED, their bond stronger than the toughest steel.
Cheers to Plaky and Johann.
Cheers to love.
Their story reminds us that even the most unlikely of heroes can find love, and that even the most fearsome of foes can find redemption.
To the future, Johann!
To our future, Plaky. Cheers to Plaky and Johann. Cheers to love. Cheers to the future.